everyone, welcome to today's video. I've got the newest palette from Lorac. This is the Lorac I Love Brunch Pro palette. I'm going to share live swatches with you, talk about the actual palette, and then we'll do a little demo. So, let's do it. Alright, so firstly, this is the packaging that it comes in. Let's open her up and see all the goodies we get inside. So, when you first open it up, we do get a brush. It is a double-ended synthetic brush, like a blending fluffy side and a more stiff dense side. And then here is the actual palette. And there is one more thing in here. Oh. Lorac is great. They always include a nice sample size of their eyeshadow primer, which I have used, and it is great. Not going to use it today because I've already prepped and primed, but I do think this is a great product. So you get that, the brush, and the palette. I guess I can say this is the standard Lorac packaging, the nice sturdy cardboard. It's nice and thin. This one is nice. This is a good size. It's not too small. I'd say it's like a medium. It's pretty. It's got the pink, purple, nice and pastel-y. So here is what it looks like when you open it up. You get a really nice mirror. Get the little plastic cover. I keep that. I usually do. And this palette completely folds over if you like that. And here are the shades. So gorgeous. Okay, let me tell you about the palette a little bit. Wake up, put on your makeup, and head to brunch. The I Love Brunch Pro palette was inspired by Lorac's never-ending love affair with brunch. This spread has 16 gorgeous wearable pastel colors in our Pro formula that can be used wet or dry. Heavy on pigment, smooth like butter, and made to outlast bottomless brunch beverages. There's no rolling out of bed here. This is brunch LA style, so dress to impress, valet the car, and enjoy these delectable moments with Lorac LA. That was cute. Okay, so for size reference, I will compare it to the Mega Pro. This is what she looks like. So, that. And they did say that it comes with 16 shades. And they're all pastel. And also just a quick comparison, because this is the only other pastel palette that I own. This is the Pastel Goth. So they compared. So comparing this to the Pastel Goth, this is in a category all on its own. So I'm really curious to see the formula on this, the pigmentation, just the overall color payoff, and how it actually performs on the lids. So let's go ahead and do some swatches, and then we'll jump right into the demo. Starting off with the shade Lavender. Now these are finger swatches over no primer. This is the shade Lavender, and this is a matte lavender. Next up we have the shade Jelly Donut. And Jelly Donut is described as a matte pale pink. Bloody Mary is described as a shimmery coral. Next shade is Mimosa. Mimosa is described as a matte pastel peach. Next up is the shade Eggs Benny. Eggs Benny is described as a shimmer sage. Next up we have the shade Pancakes, and Pancakes is described as a shimmer cream. Blueberry Scones. Blueberry Scones is described as a matte sky blue. Smoothie. Smoothie is described as a shimmer lilac. Gluten Free is described as a shimmer white. Sorbet is described as a matte, dusty mauve. Moonlight, and Moonlight is described as a shimmer pastel gold. Now we have French Toast. French Toast is described as a shimmer gray bronze. Hot Sauce is described as a matte salmon. Velvet. Velvet is described as a matte light gray. Next up we have Avocado Toast, which is described as a matte seafoam. Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Day is described as a shimmer peach rose. Totally ran out of space there, but here they are. They swatch so well, and they're pigmented. And you know what? Lorac is known. Lorac's, the quality in their shadows, they didn't skip out this time. Okay, so let's play around with it on the eyes. I'm going to take the shade Hot Sauce, this one here, and I'm going to apply that as my transitional shade. And I'm going to use the mirror that came with the palette. I'm going to take the shade Sorbet, this one here, and I'll put that in my crease. I'm actually going to take the shade Gluten Free. I'm going to use the brush that came with the palette. Gluten Free is that shimmery pale shade. I'm going to apply that on the inner portion of my lid. And then I'm going to take the shade Smoothie. This pretty lavender shade. It's got a little shimmer to it. I'm going to apply that. I'm going to apply that on the lid. Looks very pale on me. Doesn't really show its true pinky tone. More so just looks kind of white. I don't know how I like that. I don't think I like that very much. So because that didn't go the way I wanted it, I'm gonna take that shade Bloody Mary, this one here, and put that on my lid. Hopefully it shows up a little bit better. Okay, let's use another brush. Okay, I have a 248 from MAC, that Bloody Mary shade. No. Okay, let's go into Blueberry Scone. I want to see color. All I'm seeing is paleness, which I don't want. Okay, there we go. Get some color on my lid. There we go. Kind of where I bought the palette. I do have some fallout, but Lorac shadows are very buttery and they do cause some kick up, so that was to be expected, but it's easy to dust away. Just packing on this Blueberry Scone shade. I'm looking a mess. I'm gonna go into my crease shade. Just blend. There really isn't a dark outer V shade, so I'm going to use Lavender, this shade here, and put that on the outer crease, outer V area. See how it goes? Okay, I need like a warm brown or something, because no. I'm gonna take the Lorac Pro 3 palette, grab that shade dark brown, and apply that on the outer V area just to give the eye a little bit of depth because this pastel everywhere is not working out. And I plan on wearing this out, so I can't look like, what the hell are you doing, lady? Need to make definition in the eyes. You can't just have these light chalky colors all over. It's not gonna work. So this palette for sure, you need to have like other colors with it. All right, I'm just gonna go back into that Blueberry Scone, that lid shade, and touch it up a little. And I'm just going to touch up that first transition shade, which was Hot Sauce. This one here. Since the shades are so light on me, I'm going to go into Jelly Donut. It's supposed to be like a pink, but I'm pretty sure it'll show up very light on me. I'll use that as the Bravo and highlight. I'm gonna take that shade Sunday Fun Day. It did swatch pretty well. And apply that on my lower lash line. I'm just gonna use a flat definer brush to do so. Oh god, no. Okay, that's not working out. Let me try the Blueberry Scone, the lid shade. I'm gonna go back into the Lorac Pro 3 palette, into that shade Dark Brown, the one that I used on the outer V. And use that on the lower lash line. Alright, I'm gonna dust away my fallout. Thankfully, it removes very easily. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of mascara. I'm using my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I just put on a little gloss. This is from Dose of Color. It's Infinitely Pink. I love it. Kind of keeping it simple today in a sense. Nothing too crazy. All right, let's talk about it. So, it's swatched really nicely, but a lot of the shades in here on my skin tone all kind of sort of look the same. A lot of the pinkier toned shades I would have thought would have come off a little more pink on me. Didn't. When I like went to apply them to my lid, it all just looked white. But the quality of the shades are great. Just the color payoff. For me, my skin tone, I don't really like it. This has to be like the first Lorac shadow that I actually don't like. If you want a pastel palette that is going to have good color pigmentation and they're all not gonna look the same on you, I say go for the Kat Von D Pastel Goth. But I just find the colors to be a lot more bold and more substantial, if you know what I mean. I think this palette is going to look nice on lighter skin tones, but for me, I don't like it. Quality's there. It's not about it's not a quality thing. It's just the colors don't work for me. Don't be offended or upset that I don't like it. I'm going to play around with this palette just a little bit more, see how I feel about it. There are just a few colors that I really like and I know that I'll use, but if I won't use 50% of the palette, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you you need it. But then again, I think this palette will work better for lighter skin tones. Let me know your thoughts about this palette. Let me know if you got it, if you like it, you hate it. Let me know. Let's talk. Alright guys, thank you so much for letting me share this with you. Stay beautiful guys. I will see you again soon. Bye.